Hi guys, today's focus topic is hormonal health for women, particularly for those who experience painful periods and experience conditions like PCOD, PCOS. Let's get started. Starting off with Supt Badakonasana. Sit on a bolster, feet joined together. Place a belt loop around your waist and tuck it around your feet and tighten the belt. The back part of the belt will be on the sacrum. Once you have tightened enough, slowly descend down from the bolster so that the buttocks roll upwards and you sit on the sit bones. Now readjust the belt. If it's loosened, tighten it again. Make sure your knees face downwards. If your knees are facing up, then you need to place brick under your knees in order to support your knees. Either you can use a horizontal, semi-vertical or vertical brick depending upon how much the opening is. And slowly lie down, the spine well rested on the bolster. The chin should face the chest. If your head is sinking down, then you need to place a blanket under your head. You might require one blanket or two blankets depending upon your needs. So make sure that you use the right amount of props. Here in this case, I have used one blanket, but that blanket is threefold. That is the best supporting my head in order to make sure that the chin faces the chest. In order to bring your knees down on the floor, you must first widen the inside of your thighs to stretch the ligaments of the inner knees. Push the inner sides of your legs towards your knees and widen the groin. Then your knees will descend easily. And even if you feel that they are not descending properly, then you can place the brakes. Or you can even place a rolled blanket supporting your knees. Eyes should be relaxed, eyeball facing downwards. Curl your fingers in. Supt Badakonasana has a lot of benefits. It helps in improving the blood circulation in the ovarian region, and it is particularly beneficial during puberty and menopause. It alleviates the menstrual pain and it tones the kidneys and improves the bladder control. It helps in relieving the indigestion of flatulence and also relieves the varicose veins and sciatica. It helps in reducing the lower backache and helps in regulating the blood pressure. This restful asana can be practiced by those who have had a bypass surgery, as it helps in opening the blocked arteries. This is a very relaxing posture, and you can lie down in this posture for 10 to 15 minutes and it will greatly benefit you. It will, if you don't feel like doing anything, just practice this asana and you will gain the utmost energy in doing any kind of work. Whenever you feel lethargic or you don't feel like doing anything, just practice this asana. But always make sure that you use the right amount of props. Slowly, pressing down the elbows on the floor, come back up and release the belt. Gradually remove the bricks under your knees if placed any. Sit in Baddha Konasana, upright Baddha Konasana for a while and gradually straighten your legs in Dandasana. Now we move forward to Supta Padangushthanasana. Lie down with the head rested on the blanket, folded blanket, legs straightened. Now here if you see, I am placing some weights on the left side of the pelvis. Gradually you will know why I have placed this. Here I am using a small belt loop around the right toe mounts and straightening the leg to 90 degree while keeping the left leg straight and firm. Once the leg is firm, move the right leg towards the right side and rest the ankle or the foot on the bolster. Here you observe that I have kept weights on the left side of the pelvis. And this is because while I move my leg towards the right side, the left side tends to move. In order to avoid that movement and helping to allow the groin to open more and more, I have placed weight on the left side of the pelvis. Also, you need to make sure that the feet is close to your shoulders. Stay in this position for a while. Supta means lying down. Pad means foot. Angushtan is the big toe. Since the fingers do not reach the toe easily, a yoga belt is used. At all times, you do not have to bend your right knee. For the left leg, you need to extend the hamstring muscles and keep it firm. Weight is kept to open up the pelvis and it will help you to align it more advancedly. Slowly bring back your leg in Tadasana, Supta Tadasana. Now we will repeat it on the other side. First, lie down in Supta Tadasana. Here we will be placing the weights on the right side of the pelvis because we will be straightening the right leg in Dandasana while the left leg will be up 90 degrees and then reclined. So here I am placing the belt loop around the toe mounts of the left feet, straightening the leg to 90 degrees. You can stay here for a while, like 30 to 60 seconds. Just you have to make sure that the legs are straightened and firm. Only then you have to recline your leg towards the side. Here I have reclined the left leg towards the left side and resting it on the bolster, trying to bring my foot close enough towards my head side. At the same time, I am making sure that the knee is not bending. Weights will help to ease by opening the pelvis and trying to balance it. Because sometimes what happens, we take the leg to the left or the right side. But at all this time we disturb the pelvis position. Weights will ensure that the pelvis position is not disturbed, in fact it is opening. Supt Padangushthan has a lot of benefits as it helps to remove stiffness in the lower back and relieves the backache by helping to align the pelvic area. It helps to treat the osteoarthritis of the hip and the knee by stretching the hamstrings and the calf muscles and strengthening the knees. It helps in relieving the sciatic pain. It also helps in providing relief that occurs during the menstruation, such as the cramps, heavy bleeding. It strengthens the hip joint and tones the lower spine. It helps in the recovery from a cardiac condition. Since it increases the flexibility in the pelvic area by stretching the legs, it helps in improving the blood circulation around the legs. Slowly bring back your leg to 90 degree and then to Suptarasana. Next up, we will attempt Uttita Parshva Hast Padangushthanasana. For this asana, stand in Tadasana and lift your left leg up and keep it on the wall. You can hold the upper rope with your left hand in order to align your posture. Right leg should be firm and straightened and it should not bend at knee. And same goes with the left leg. Both the legs should be firm. Slowly bring it down. Now I will demonstrate it again from the front view so that you can see how much my leg is making an angle. If you observe here, both the legs are straight and both the legs are not bending at knee. The chest is well lifted. The feet is close to the head. And the bottom leg is in line with the body. It is not opened widely at a too much distance. Bring it back in Tadasana. We will repeat it on the right side. Left leg is down, straightened, while the right leg is towards the right side, with the right foot kept on the wall. Take the foot as up as possible, making sure that it is not bending at knee. And also you should not disturb your posture. The chest should be well lifted, spine should be straight and long. You should be able to ground your left foot well. This is a great posture for building strength and stability in the feet, ankles, and the legs. This posture helps in enhancing the neuromuscular coordination and concentration. This posture provides a deep stretch for the hamstrings, improving the flexibility. It also contributes to great opening in the hips and the shoulders. Shoulders when you hold the right foot with your right hand. Stand in Tadasana. Now we move forward to another restful asana. For that asana, we will fix the middle hook rope around the pelvis, straightening the arms up, holding elbows to elbows, and slowly going forward. This will be the posture which we will be demonstrating in front of the chair, where the head will be rested on the chair with the help of the bolsters and the blanket. I have demonstrated it separately because otherwise it would not have been visible due to the props. Now straightening the arms, holding elbows to elbows after fixing the rope around the pelvis. Keep breathing. Inhale as you bend forward, slowly and steadily, placing the forehead on the blanket and resting the elbows also on the blanket. The blanket is supported by the bolster which is kept on the chair seat. The middle hook rope will try to pull it towards itself while you are trying to push it. This is kind of a tension which is created around the pelvis, which will help you to bend forward more steadily. Since the body is controlled using the ropes and the elbows are supported by the bolster, blankets, it becomes easier to rest in this posture for a while. Resting in this posture will help you to control your anxiety and be relaxful. With this posture, you can be relieved with any kind of physical or mental exhaustion, slowing down the heartbeat. This posture will help you to reduce any kind of backache that occurs during menstruation. Lie down in this posture for 5 to 10 minutes. Gradually come back up with your folded arms, straightening them up and bringing it down to Tadasana. Now next up we'll attempt Adho Mukha Svanasana. Here again I will be using the middle hook belt which is tucked around the pelvis, straightening my arms, gradually bringing them forward, resting it down, the palm well rested on the floor, taking my feet back with the heels rested on the wall and be on the toe mounts. Rest the front of your head or the crown of your head on the bolster. If you feel that there is a gap between the bolster and your head, then you can use a blanket like I have used here. Just make sure that you do not overflex your elbows. Since the bolster is near the elbows, near the inner side of the arms, you can also take the support of the bolster supporting the inner arms. Also here, if you observe that the pelvis is well supported by the rope. Half of the job is done with the rope and the other half is well supported by the props. If you practice rested asanas, which are easy and do not pose any intense stretch on the abdomen for your hormones, then it can greatly benefit you. The long and the uninterrupted practice of the asanas done with awareness brings success. This asana will help you to calm the brain and gently stimulate the nerves, slowing down the heartbeat, reducing the stiffness in the shoulder blades and arthritis in the shoulder joints, strengthening the ankles and toning the legs, relieving the pain in the heels. Since here the head is well supported with the bolster, even if you have high blood pressure, then you can practice it. I hope you enjoyed part 1 of the hormonal health. Thank you all and await for the part 2.